From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Bayou Wild TV. We're at Morton's Restaurant and Bar on the banks of the Tchefuncte River in Madisonville. I'm Don Dubuque, along with the captain, Martha Spencer. And Martha, we start off with a great feature this week.
You know, kids are off from summer, they're off from school, and a lot of them may need something to do. Well, over in Eunice, we went over to a kids camp there that has a little special twist. They actually are learning about hunting and fishing, and in that camp, they get their hunting and fishing safety cards. So they're kind of getting it built in. Great kids out there, really learning the importance of safety and get that instilled in them young.
Easy fishing, I'm up for it, like brim, but bass, like whatever my dad brings me, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
I've never been frogging before, and I've never been bow and arrow hunting. I really want to go do that once.
We've got some really good connections here in Louisiana. You know, we got the red beans and rice. Well, we've got frogs and crawfish. And a lot of people may not realize they have a lot in common. Not only do they live in the same place, but they go together pretty well in the kitchen, too. We take you down to Crawfish Haven for a frogging experience. Frogging season is open in Louisiana from June all the way until the spring. The only 2 months you can't frog are in April and May. Ah, yes! Whoa. Yes, baby, you are not getting away.
That's good. Man.
What's that? Said something about he's a prince, he wants a kiss. I think he's worth more to keep a talking frog. Yeah!
Four, yay!
Then we take you into the kitchen and show you what to do with crawfish and frogs on a Louisiana Saturday night.
How long are we going to let this crawfish simmer in the sauce?
Probably 20 to 30 minutes.
Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Want to be seen on a Bayou Wild episode? Sign up for our Cajun Invasion wild pheasant hunt in the remote hills of South Dakota in mid-November. Bad River Bucks and Birds provides lodging, meals, transportation, dogs, and bird cleaning. Details at dontheoutdoorsguy.com. If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D.
So we're out here at Kaplan at Crawfish Haven, and we're going to go hit the crawfish ponds, but this time we're going after frogs. We've got Avery and Dean. Are you guys ready to catch some frogs?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is we're going to take the spotlight, we're going to shine it in their eyes, and then we're going to sneak up on them and grab them. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Many childhoods involved running barefoot through the neighborhood, capturing any creature that crawled, squirmed, or hopped. If there's any activity that brings back childhood nostalgia, it's frogging.
All right, 1 for 1. You know, there's always a big hoopla when the season opens, like deer, duck, or turkey. But the frog season kind of slips into darkness in June, and boy, it's a whole lot of fun. First of the night, nice.
On hot summer nights, Louisiana bullfrogs sit along the banks of bayous and ponds as prime targets for sportsmen of all ages. Woo! Watch out, they like to pee on you.
Nice frog.
Give him a kiss, Dean. Oh my God, he's not even scared. You may never know if the one you catch is a prince or named Jeremiah, but everyone who's tried it knows frogging is a ton of fun.
It's really not hard at all, especially in the boat, because I'll pull you right up to the boat and you just grab them with your hands and we put them in the box after that. Well, they got a few snakes, but we're in the boat, so it's okay. I mean, as long as you stay in the boat, you're all right.
One to the right, to the right, to the right, there. That's it, right there, right there. Good catch.
Froggy, froggy, froggy. You got some nice pretty legs. You got some pretty legs.
1 frog, 2 frog, 3 frog.
See that frog up against that bank? He's about to become my frog legs. Oh, no. Wait, he's still up. Cut a little bit to the left, Barry, a little bit to the left. Ah, yes! Yes, baby, you are not getting away. What's that? Said something about he's a prince, he wants a kiss. I think he's worth more to keep a talking frog. Yeah!
Maybe this is why Kermit sang "It Ain't Easy Being Green." Oh, he's a fat one. He just peed on me.
Whoa, whoa! The lunker!
As outdoor sports go, frogging's pretty simple. All you need is a basic fishing license. Remember, no firearms, a good hand or headlamp, a steady hand, and firm grip. I've lived in Louisiana for 3.5 years, and frogging has been on my bucket list since day one. I just hadn't met the right folks or found the right honey hole, but I think tonight we successfully accomplished that.
Martha really surprised me. You know, I thought she's not a girly girl type. She's pretty rugged, and I thought she would do well, but I had no idea how good she was going to be at grabbing those frogs. I think maybe she only missed one, and it was a really tough catch. She really excelled.
Yes, the mama!
Saved it!
The stud of the night! At 10:15 at night, Monday through Friday, I used to be wearing a dress, makeup, and standing on a green screen. 10:15 at night on a Wednesday, I'm out in a crawfish pond catching frogs, and I bet you can guess which one is a little more fun. And grabbing them, that's the easy part, right? Hey, look at my, look. From his mouth to my, no! No!
When they go to grab them, they don't want to grab them tight enough, and they just slip through the hand.
No! He slowly slid away from me, too.
Oh! He jumped.
Get him? Oh, he played dead for you.
There's some organza in him. Yeah.
Good job, Dad.
That frog must have been dead.
That's how you grab a frog. I don't know exactly how long it's been since I've been frogging, but I know growing up in Morganza, we used to go out in the spillway all the time and act like we're chasing those frogs. This was definitely a lot more fun than I remember it. And to be out here with Dean, it was pretty cool. I think he enjoyed it. Now he's getting tired. It's kind of late. He was kind of slacking towards the end. He kept wanting to sit on my lap and go home, but he enjoyed it. He'll be talking about it tomorrow.
What do you think we're going to do with those frogs? What's going to happen to them?
We're going to cook them.
Yeah, my man.
Pow. His head?
No.
Ow! God dog it.
think it's frog.
No, we got something.
Consolation crawfish prize.
Let me tell you what, you can bring the whole family out here and do this. It's a lot of fun for kids. There's so many things to see in the dark. You get that unique perspective moving through the bayou and the ponds, and kids just love it. This will be something that they will remember for the rest of their life. They'll be telling stories. Hey, remember that time we went frogging with Miss Martha and Mr. Don?
Grab him fast.
Stick your arm out.
Grab him!
Get him. Oh!
Yeah, I got him.
Yay,
By one leg. By a leg. That's a fat one.
You tried to catch them frogs? Yeah? You got to touch them frogs? Yeah? You want to see this frog dance? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime guy.
So this is only the second time I've been frogging, and I have to say that these were some jumbo frogs. So maybe they were a little easier to catch than the smaller ones, but I gotta give it to Don. He is the master. He caught the ones that were up in the grass that nobody else thought they could catch, even when they jumped away. Even with a bum knee, he was out there and he wrangled them like a pro. In the grass.
Climbed up the bank.
Yeah,
Wait.
No way. No way.
Yes way! Yes way!
The master!
We even got salad with it. There you go. That's how you grab a Louisiana frog.
That's 60-something years of frogging right there.
Now, there's no limits on the number of frogs you can catch, but there is a size limit if you're catching frogs on public lands. We have two species of frogs that we target in Louisiana, the pig frog or croak, and the bullfrog. Now, the pig frog, they have to measure, and this is how to measure a frog, is from the tip of the nose to the base of the tail. Has to be 3 inches. On a bullfrog, 5 inches.
I've cleaned a lot of fish, but I played with a lot of frogs growing up, so this is a little harder for me. It's a little gruesome, but he lived a good life in the pond, ate a lot of bugs, a lot of crawfish that we like to eat, so he must go. I think after a few I'll maybe not, I just don't want to hear him ribbiting in my sleep. You know, Silence of the Lambs, I'm just a little worried about that.
I've been using Louisiana fish fry products so much, even the kids are getting into it.
Find a yellow bag, pour and boil, a great crawfish every time.
And whether you're boiling crawfish, shrimp, or crabs, Louisiana fish fry products use the perfect blend of garlic, onion, spices, and salt for your seafood boils. So look for the bright yellow bag and pour and boil with Louisiana fish fry products.
Whooping cranes are back in Louisiana. Through the hard work of biologists and key strategic partners, whooping cranes have been restored to the cultural icon they once were. But you can still help. To donate to the Whooping Crane program, visit lawff.org.
Thank you to Chevron and the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation for their generous support.
It started off on a Saturday morning where I was at my house working on fixing some rods and reels for my daughters to practice casting in the backyard. And it dawned on me that I had an opportunity as a recreation director to put together a program that could teach kids how to do that kind of stuff. And so I reached out to Wildlife and Fisheries, the education program, and started talking with them and developed the program and worked them into it.
So we want to get to these kids when they're young, get them interested as early as possible. It's a great hobby and pastime. It builds character. A lot of good things come from it. And we just try to get them while they're young, get them interested, and most importantly, instill those safety rules. They're probably not going to be the boat operator for many years down the road. If we can instill this base level knowledge into them, now whenever they go into a boat, they understand what's going on, and that's just going to accelerate their learning curve to where whenever they are old enough to drive that boat, they're going to have that much more knowledge. When do I have to put my navigational lights on? Night and during restricted visibility, such as fog.
I think it's just the interaction and being able to adventure and do different things, different outdoor activities, or learn about those activities. It's interesting to see that they not only like the hands-on stuff, but they pay attention and catch on to numbers and different things that they can use down the road to be able to explain why they have to do that or why they do certain things.
I think targeted summer camps like this are great for children because they can be fun but also educational. It's kind of similar to going to a science museum. All the kids here have an interest in the outdoors, and I don't think a lot of them realize yet what they're going to use this stuff for, but I think they all appreciate it and they're kind of interested in it.
I came to this camp because I want to go hunting and fishing with just my brothers and not the adults sometimes. Hunting because I like shooting the ducks most of the time, so then I can rub it in my brother's face.
I was actually excited because I was just mostly joining it for the hunting and the archery. It's easy fishing. I'm up for like brim, but bass, like whatever my dad brings me, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. I've never been frogging before, and I've never been bow and arrow hunting. I really want to go do that once.
I'd like to go hog hunting more because I don't really go hog hunting a lot. And then I'd also like to do archery more because we kind of go to the plate, kind of play with archery and like try and shoot at targets, but I don't really get to like try and shoot at animals.
I know that if I don't get this, I won't be able to go hunt by myself when I'm older, not be able to hunt with my kids. If I do have some, but when I'm older. But I think that's what camp is all about, hanging out with your friends and actually learning something.
Sitting through a hunter safety course, I think for an adult can be daunting. But once you make it applicable and you start doing things that they can try or touch, we got a lot of senses and they love to get hands-on and try them. So as soon as they got to play with something, it became more fun. So tying knots, a lot of fun. Seeing the actual fish that's on the poster made it a little cooler. Getting to throw a line and getting to shoot a bow and arrow, that makes it more hands-on.
Reading from a slide to a 12-year-old, you're only going to keep them for so long. But if you start giving them actual life experience, you bring out a boat, let them get in the boat and touch it and actually see, look at all the equipment that we're talking about, they'll absorb that information a lot better.
Yeah, I think just being in Louisiana in the sportsman's paradise and everything being so readily accessible, whether it's hunting or fishing, it gives them an opportunity to explore and learn, use what they've learned in the camp to go on in their life and do more with it and enjoy it. And I think as they get older, they'll realize more how much camp was worth to them.
This boat fish in the CCA Star Tournament. Felt surreal for about a week.
My name is Amelia and I'm from Abbeville and I won this boat.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Want to be seen on a Bayou Wild episode? Sign up for our Cajun Invasion wild pheasant hunt in the remote hills of South Dakota in mid-November. Bad River Bucks and Birds provides lodging, meals, transportation, dogs, and bird cleaning. Details at dontheoutdoorsguy.com.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
We're here at Mrs. Rose's Bed and Breakfast. You may remember this kitchen from our episode where we went crawfishing with Barry Toops, the owner. Tonight we are going to make some delicious crawfish etouffee. We worked up a pretty big appetite catching those frogs. Tell us how we're going to make this.
We're going to start with the butter. First, we're going to melt down the butter. Then we're going to saute our vegetables, and it's just like pickled and spiced vegetables. And these crawfish were actually caught in the ponds here at Crawfish Haven.
So now we're adding our vegetables to our melted butter. We've got a nice bag of chopped vegetables here. And what we're making is a crawfish etouffee to go on top of some grilled sac-a-lait. Well, you don't catch sac-a-lait out in these ponds. So tell me where you actually acquired the sac-a-lait. This is a great story.
I had a group that came here from Oklahoma, and the kid graduated from high school, and all of his friends were going to Florida on their vacation, and he told his mom, look, I don't want to go to Florida. So she Googled fishing in Louisiana, and their first night they stayed in
Toledo Bend.
Toledo Bend, and they went sac-a-lait fishing, and they caught 50 sac-a-lait. They came down here. Their second night, we did the crawfish excursion, crawfish ball, and the next morning, after breakfast, he tells his mom, look, we're down here for 10 days, and the fish won't last for 10 days. Why don't we give that fish to Mr. Barry? So they gave me 50 sac-a-lait, all filleted. That's the best gift I ever got.
Already cleaned and everything.
That's right.
I imagine that has to be one of your more unique tips.
It was. Really good tip.
We've got our sac-a-lait all seasoned and hot sauced, ready to go in the skillet while our etouffee is simmering.
Now we're fixing to add the golden mushroom to the pot. We're cooking 2 pounds, so we're going to use 2 cans of golden mushroom.
I don't think I've ever seen golden mushroom before. It's definitely a little bit lighter. That's pretty. Now this has to simmer for quite some time before we add the crawfish.
That's correct.
So in 10 to 15 minutes, we'll revisit this and we'll add the crawfish.
Fixing to add the crawfish that were caught here at Crawfish Haven into the pot.
Juices and all. Gotta have the spices.
That's right.
So Barry, crawfish season has come to an end. I know I ate my weight in them this year. How did it go out here in your ponds?
It was great. It was great. We had people from all over the world that came this year, and really had a good season with guests this year.
How many crawfish do you think you harvested this year?
I would say close to 30,000 pounds.
Wow. So how long are we going to let this crawfish simmer in the sauce?
Probably 20 to 30 minutes.
So next up, while our crawfish etouffee simmers and gets all the flavors together, we're going to cook up our sac-a-lait and grill them.
While my dad and Martha are inside cooking, I'm down out here doing a little bit of frying right here. We're going to fry up some frog legs for you right here. So we've kind of got them all seasoned and everything already. We're going to take them, we're going to pass them through an egg wash. From the egg wash, we'll pass them into the batter. We'll batter them up real well, and then we'll put them in our grease. So we'll keep it about 350 to 375 throughout the process. I typically go 4 to 7 minutes at 375, and it's typically they'll be floating up there, and then I'm going to start watching the color on them and make sure they're golden enough or brown, and make sure they're crispy enough. Oh, these are looking perfect. So we're shaking the grease off of them, and I'm going to dip them on a little bit.
Yeah,
right there.
And there you go, fresh fried frog leg.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade. And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Some things in life smell delicious. Others, not so much. Like a gas leak. Propane, for instance, is naturally odorless. That's why we add strong odorants to alert you if there is a leak. So if you ever smell gas, turn your system off at the tank and call your propane dealer immediately. Propane is a safe and exceptional fuel, and we want to keep it that way.
You've heard of surf and turf, but have you heard of surf and swamp? Tell us what we've got here.
We just finished grilling the sakale, and we added the crawfish etouffee on the top of it. And we got fried frog legs, and we're gonna do cucumbers and cantaloupe.
A little sweetened garden there. Delicious meal after a hard night working in the ponds. Well deserved, I think.
There you go.
I've been using Louisiana fish fry products so much, even the kids are getting into it.
Funny yellow bag, pour and boil, a great crawfish every time.
And whether you're boiling crawfish, shrimp, or crabs, Louisiana fish fry products use the perfect blend of garlic, onion, spices, and salt for your seafood boils. So look for the bright yellow bag and pour and boil with Louisiana fish fry products.
Whooping cranes are back in Louisiana. Through the hard work of biologists and key strategic partners, whooping cranes have been restored to the cultural icon they once were. But you can still help. To donate to the Whooping Crane program, visit lawff.org.
Thank you to Chevron and the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation for their generous support.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Bayou Wild. You can check us out on social media as well. We have our Instagram page and our Facebook page where we post all kinds of extras from our excursions. And you can also check us out on YouTube as well. All of our episodes posted there in full.
Easiest way to shop for our Bayou Wild collection of hats and shirts too. Check it out, and we'll see you next week again with another edition of Bayou Wild.